In this video we're going to look at Pages. Pages is a place to bring all your content together into one area. Pages can then be added to collections, and we will cover collections in a later video. To create a page, click your menu icon in the top right, go to Portfolio and click Pages and Collections. Here we'll see any pages or collections that we already have. A collection is identified by a little document icon, and a page is empty. To create a new page, you click the Add button and then click Page. Give your page a title and give your page a description. The description is optional, and if you choose to enter one, it will be displayed at the top of your page. Again, we can add tags to the pages. And the final option we have is how our name is displayed on the page. If I just hit save, my page has now been created. Initially when you create a page, it takes you into the edit content page where you can start adding elements to your page. However, you'll see here it has 3 columns, and that's the layout for the page. You may not be happy with that layout and you may wish to change it. So firstly, I would recommend going to edit layout and choosing a layout that suits you. On this occasion, I'm going to choose a 2-column layout with a smaller column on the right hand side. It's entirely up to you which layout you choose. There are advanced options where you can create a more complex layout, and then you can create a custom layout as well. There's options to create a completely custom layout. If you're happy with your layout that you've chosen, just scroll to the bottom and hit save. We'll see now that if I went to drag an item over, I have 2 columns as I expected. So let's look at adding content. I have a series of journals that I want to add to this page, and I can add individual journal entries, or I can add a complete journal. So in this occasion I'll add a complete journal, and I'll add it here. And it's listing the journals that I have created. I have my e-learning articles, I have my design work journals, which you've seen me create in an earlier video. I have my work experience journal. On this occasion, I'm going to create my I'm going to use my e-learning articles journal. It is possible to allow others to make copies of your pages for their use, and it is up to you whether you allow them to copy this block. We also have in most areas whether it is retractable, which means you can collapse it down and expand it out. On this occasion we don't want it to be collapsible, and I will hit save. We see now that it's pulled all my journal entries into this page. And on the right hand side I could maybe add some of my personal information, such as my profile information, if I drag it across and drop it in. You may remember that I stated in an earlier video that you can choose which profile information you choose to share on your pages and your collections. So here we'll give it a new title and we'll call it personal information. And on this occasion I'm going to choose to share my first name, my last name, my Twitter handle. I can choose which picture I wish to display next to it. If you remember, we had the option to upload 5 different profile pictures, and I'll use my professional picture. I'll choose to show my email, and I can add a piece of text about myself. Again, we can choose to make this retractable, and I will say no on this occasion. And if I hit save, we see now that it's pulled in some of my personal information. And finally for this demo, I think I will add one of my plans. So if I click the general information and click plans and drag it across, I choose my yearly objectives plan. I can have multiple plans if I've created them in the content area. And on this occasion, I will choose to make this one retractable. And I hit save. You'll see now that there is a drop down arrow to retract this in my view. There are many different types of content that you can add to your pages. It's worth just experimenting with some of them and seeing what they look like when you drag them across. So for example, in media, you have things like you can add a PDF, you can embed some video, you can add some HTML, and in external links, you have things like external media, which is YouTube videos, or maybe something like a SlideShare presentation or a Prezi presentation. You'll find the elements that suit your portfolio page best. At any time, I can use the display page to see how my page looks, and there's a link at the top of this, and there's a link towards the bottom as well. If I hit display page, this will show me roughly what it looks like when someone other than me is viewing it. And here we have the example of the retractable element on the plan. You can expand and retract. It is possible to change the theme for your page and to make it look a bit different. So in this occasion we'll look at the primary school theme by just selecting theme and from the drop down menu choosing primary school. We can now see that there's a bit more colour in this and it's slightly different in the way that it's displayed. And if I click the display page, we'll see now this is how this portfolio page would look. One thing to note that is if you're going to put multiple pages into a collection, it is best that you use the same theme on all of those pages.